Hey traders, good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world watching this currently. It is 11:15, so it's a little bit later. I apologize for that. So obviously the New York session has been going for a little while now. If you didn't get a chance, the latest Trade Talk Pivot Ain't Easy podcast is up as well. Previous video. And we go in a little bit of detail. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek with the title where I mention be careful with the news. But it's certainly quite interesting when it comes to the news and how it reflects with the price action. And unfortunately, what it means for me and my trend trading system is that there's no trades currently. Now, we finished on the New Zealand yen, kind of got into this. This is pretty much at his entry price. I think he got in at the pullback, and it's sort of been pretty choppy. But that's sort of looking like a lot of the pairs. Euro US dollar, I'm not sure what triggered this. Obviously there's a catalyst. I respect the catalyst. I just don't delve into that. This is particularly interesting now. Bring up the 4-hourly. For me, it's not an entry quite yet, but wow, that's pretty substantial little fall. This sort of here could have been an entry potentially. It's still very sideways and choppy though, so I am going to avoid that. When something like this happens and it's not characteristic with the trading range, the average trading range, I stay clear, because now we could see an aggressive pullback. So I don't want to be involved with that, to be honest. I just don't want to deal with that. Aussie dollar is weakened a little bit as well. So we'll see. This actually is looking, gosh, I mean, if it can get below 75, then I'd be interested in selling that. But it has been particularly choppy today. Well, this week, sorry. But that, the US dollar, the Euro US dollar particularly, is particularly interesting, especially with the massive couple of candles. Now, the USDCAD, I know a gentleman was discussing a sell trade here, and it looks interesting. It was, the US dollar was looking bearish this, not the whole week, but, recently it seems like there'd been some selling going on. So it's interesting to see what it is doing right now. Again, though, the USDCAD is sort of looking like a buy. Just overall with the market condition, I am concerned. I don't just want to jump into a trade. USD yen is strengthening a little bit still, but there's this overhead resistance here as well in the high 110s. So my preference actually would be the USDCAD. If we get the weekly up, we'll see recent resistance, and well, I have it up here, 145, down here, 120, and zoom in. So this is how I set support and resistance. I did have them up, but I reset something and it just totally ruined all my charts. So what I look for is a good at least 3 touches in the similar area. I'm going to have it there. So that's 139.5. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can sort of say that's 4 because it's a zone. Did penetrate a little bit over it, but yeah. So if we zoom out, we go to the candlesticks, you'll sort of see it is approaching it, but there's enough room there though. It's still a potential trade. The stop loss would be down at the 55-day moving average. So it'd be down here at 129.684. So there's enough there actually where I can get a 1R. If I can get a 1R, move it to break even. It's not a perfect setup, but I am really wanting to be a little picky, so I'm gonna leave it. But that's it for now, guys. USD CAD long is a possibility. If you have been watching the videos for the entire month, I appreciate that. This is sort of what trading's about, though. It's not having a good time, placing a lot of trades. Well, for my system anyway. But even if you're doing the scalping, that's extremely disciplined. That's like a job. You've got to be very dedicated. You've got to be in and out quickly before massive things happen. You know, like the euro. That's just, it's big. So be careful. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.